I'm not going to waste your time. Welcome to the Becoming Men project. My name is Ayan and I help young men like you transition from boy psychology to man psychology. This video is an actionable guide on how to be more masculine. Here's what I want you to do, and this is something I want you to understand very clearly. This is a guide for people who will listen to the things I tell them to do and take action. This video has no theory in it, it has nothing you need to understand. It's just doing the things I tell you to do. If you can't do that, if you're just a loser who just randomly clicked on this video, you can leave now. And I'm going to wait for you to leave. Good, you've left. Now, I hope I'm talking to you, the person who can actually take action on the things I tell them to do. Here's what I want you to do. First of all, put this video on full screen. No multitasking, no checking the comments, no sharing this video. Just put it on full screen, sit down, and watch it in its entirety without skipping around because this video will completely change your life. This is the one video you need to become more masculine without putting that much effort in. That is why this video is really important for you, especially if you're a young man. The third thing is, I want you to make notes of this video because the better you understand the things that I'm talking about here and the more action you take, the better you'll get at beating your competition. So that's why you need to put your attention in this video and you need to start doing the things I tell you to do. Part 1, find out if you're naturally masculine. In this part, I just want you to answer the following question. Is the purpose of your life to accomplish your mission, or is it the flow of love? What I mean by this is, in your life, do you exist to accomplishing your mission, your own core purpose, or do you live for the flow of love in your life? If you're masculine, the flow of love will not be relevant to you because the only thing you care about is accomplishing your mission. Whereas if you're feminine, the flow of love is what matters to you, whereas accomplishing your mission is not anywhere near to what you want. Hence, if you answer this question honestly, you know if you're masculine or not. And if you are masculine, continue watching this video. Part 2, integrating responsibility in your life. I made a video yesterday about what you need to know about responsibility and everything you need to know about masculinity in one video. It was a 1 hour long video, a theoretical guide to masculinity. And there I've talked about everything we're going to talk about in this video. And in there, I've talked about everything that we're going to talk in this video, everything that you need to know. In this video, you're only going to do. So here's what you do to integrate responsibility in your life. Find a region of your life where you have no control whatsoever. It could be your physique, it could be your mental health, it could be your social life, it could be your grades if you're in school, it could be anything. Find out one part of your life that you have no control over whatsoever and start taking responsibility for it. From this moment onwards, whatever happens in that region of your life will be in your control, and you have to fulfill that. No matter what happens, whose fault it is, you will take responsibility and you will improve it. That's how you integrate responsibility in your life. Part 3, finding your purpose. A purpose is the main core mission of a young man, and accomplishing it should be the only priority in his life. So, if you're watching this and you don't have a purpose, here's how you find your purpose. Get a piece of paper and a pen, sit down alone in a room, shut down all devices, and ask yourself, what are your ambitions? What do you want out of life? What gives your life meaning? And answer the question honestly. Write down everything you want out of life and you want to give to the world. Once you have all of that, just think about what action can you take, and what purpose, mission can you make that can accomplish all of these things, give you your ambitions, and give your gifts to the world. That is what your purpose is. And this is not something that's going to happen in 10 minutes. It's going to take 2, 3, 4 days. It's going to take weeks for you to discover your purpose at a young age. But the thing is, the sooner you find out what your purpose is, the better you're going to be at an older age. So find out your purpose and start working towards it. Part 4, start improving yourself. In this part, we're going to talk about what you need to do to start improving yourself from this moment onwards. And that is implementing the growth mindset. Start taking responsibility for your entire life. Once you start integrating responsibility in your life, rather than integrating it into one part, take complete responsibility of everything: your physique, your looks, your attraction to women, your grades, your money, and everything else, your relationships. All the areas of your life that affect you are now under your control. If anything sucks, it's because of you, and if anything is great, that is also because of your actions. That is why you need to start improving yourself. You need to track what you're doing that makes you bad, and track what and also improve the things that make you good. That's how you're going to start improving yourself. If you want a good regimen, watch my video on self improvement. It has an entire regimen where I tell you what the cycle of self improvement is. The cycle of self improvement is basically the cycle of 3 months on, 1 month off, where for 3 months you're going to choose one region of your life, one particular sector where you want to improve. It could be your physique, or it could be your relationships, your purpose, anything. You're going to choose one primary thing, which is always going to be your purpose, and you're going to choose a secondary thing, something that doesn't affect you actively but affects you passively. And you can improve both of these simultaneously for 3 months. After 3 months, you're going to re-evaluate how much progress you made, how much growth you made, and what made you stay back, what holded you back. And after you do that, you're going to reevaluate for a month, take a month off, and after that, you're going to start the cycle again with different thing now. That's what the cycle of self improvement is. That's how you start taking action and start improving yourself. Part 5 is building your physique. And for building your physique, I'm just going to give you the actionable steps you need to do right now. First of all, choose a good gym. Choose a, Again, this is only for beginners. If you've already done this video is not for you. This video is completely made for a person who's young and has no idea how to be more masculine. Hence, building your physique is part 5. Find a good gym around you, find a local gym, and start going there. Your purpose for the first month is just to show up, because all you need right now is to get into the habit of showing up. You know why that is important? Because the workouts you do right now are going to be worthless. They're going to be shit, and they're going to make you sore as fuck, and you don't want to show up. That is why showing up is more important than the actual workouts. Because after you've gotten into the habit of consistently showing up every day, that's when we improve the workouts. But right now, your main focus should be getting into the gym and doing some exercises, just showing up every day consistently for more than 1 month. That's what you need to do right now. After that, the split you do is the bro split. You hit chest on Mondays, you hit shoulders on Tuesday, you hit back on Wednesday, you hit biceps and forearms on Thursday, you hit triceps and forearms on Friday, and you hit legs on Saturday, with Sunday being a rest day. That's the split you do. Doesn't matter which exercises you do, you can just research the exercises. If you want a full program, I can link that in the description. Then, what do you need to know about nutrition? The two things you need to know about is, first, download MyFitnessPal app on your phone. It's a free app that can help you track your diet. For that, you eat 1 gram per pound of body weight that you have, per which is protein, and then you find out your maintenance calorie from Google. Go on Google and write down calorie calculator. Write down, give it your age, height, and weight, and it's going to give you your maintenance calories. Just eat roughly around that. A little bit more or a little bit less is going to help you. This is irrelevant if you're fat or if you're very lean. Just eat at your maintenance calories. If you're very skinny, eat 200 calories above your maintenance calories. If you're very fat, eat 200 or 300 calories below your maintenance calories. And just fulfill your protein. Focus on minimally processed whole foods, like the food that is made at your home, and just keep eating that. Don't eat junk food, just quit all of that. Get on minimally processed whole food. Focus on that, and you're going to build an amazing physique in a very short period of time. It's just going to take you 3 to 4 years. And compared to normal people, 3 to 4 years to achieve a very top tier physique is actually a very reasonable and good goal for you. Part 6, stop chasing external validation. We're going to talk about how to have happiness as a young man internally. Stop chasing the expectations of other people. Stop depending on other people for your happiness. You know why that happens? Because you've been conditioned from your upbringing, from your parents, that you need to live to their expectations, that you need to make other people happy, that other people's opinions matter. But as a man, that should not matter to you. For you, the only thing that should matter to you is your opinions and your expectations. That's why a man who's independent and free of other people's opinions is the most happy. So here's what you do to be more happy as a young man: set expectations for yourself, set your own rules, make targets and goals for yourself and start achieving them, because your opinion is the only opinion that matters. That's how you start to be more happy. When you fulfill your expectations, your internal expectations, that's going to make you 100 times more happy than other people's expectations, because other people will always be agitated when you grow. But when you grow and you expect it to grow, that's what's going to make you the most happy. Part 7, how to stay away from toxic people. And I talked about toxic people in my video on toxic people as well as in the theoretical guide. So here's how you stay away from toxic people. First, have boundaries. Toxic people basically invade your personal boundaries and they feed into your insecurities, enlarge them, and then make you feel very anxious. How do you do that? You maintain boundaries with these people. Rather than letting them infiltrate your own mind, you just stay away. And as soon as they try to hurt you, You get away from that situation and you try to avoid that situation as much as possible. That's how you avoid toxic people. What to do if you can't avoid toxic people? Well, the first thing is, if you can't avoid them, stop playing the game. They derive pleasure from seeing you being mad or sad, and that is because they do not like you seeing because they do not like seeing you happy. That's what toxic people do. That's how they attack you. So when they start to tease you or they start to basically hurt you, rather than responding to that, you need to show emotional maturity, because you're the person who chases internal validation now. You're a person who's emotionally mature, and you need to not play their game, the game that toxic people play, where they just try to tease you and hurt you, and you start pulling into that game, you start responding, you get mad or you get agitated, and that gives them pleasure. That is why you must not respond when when a toxic person starts to hurt you. The second thing is, rather than avoiding the people by faking that you're busy and not picking up the calls, actually have a life. As a young man, you're supposed to have a very busy life, and you should do that rather than just faking it and wasting time. That's the second way you avoid people, toxic people. And the third most important thing is, be yourself. Toxic people only hurt you when they see you being yourself, because they hate it. They hate that you're better than them. They hate that you're good at something that they're not good at. And that's why they start to hurt you. But when you are starting to get hurt by toxic people, the most important thing, the best response that you can give as a masculine man, is to be yourself. Being yourself is the key to avoiding toxic people and maintaining your own happiness. That's how you avoid them, and that's how you keep being yourself. Part 8 is creating your own masculine brotherhood. I talked about masculine brotherhood so many times, and a masculine brotherhood is basically your own group, your own community of friends, where all of you are masculine, improving yourself and growing into better versions of yourself. So, how do you actually get a masculine brotherhood? Well, it's not that easy. To get a masculine brotherhood, first you have to improve yourself. I talked about the three types of people: average people, crabs, and the top 1%. And the top 1% of people are the people that you want to be in a masculine brotherhood with. But these people are not attracted to people like you, because you are honestly a loser. So, how do you change that? First of all, improve yourself. For 6 months, think about what high quality people will be attracted to. Will they be attracted to video games? Will they be attracted to porn? Will they be attracted to junk food? Of course not. They'll be attracted to positive habits. People who read, people who journal, people who meditate, and people who are on self improvement, who have their purpose, and who are masculine. So start improving yourself day by day. Become the best version of yourself possible while actually attracting these people. When you do attract them, reach out to them, talk to them, open up to them, and get into that masculine brotherhood. That's how you create your own community and grow your own group. Part 9 is learning self control. And as a man, the key to being more masculine is knowing how to control yourself. Because if you can control your tongue, your emotions, and how you respond in a situation, it will instantly make you more masculine. Because men, especially young men, don't know how to control themselves. They act on their impulses and instincts, which naturally in nature would be a good thing. But in our culture, in our generation, in 2025, responding and acting on our impulses, is what's going to make us more feminine. Feminine people are more emotionally vulnerable. That's why they can express themselves. But we as men cannot express our emotions. Even though that might be unhealthy for some people, you should not express your emotions openly. You should be more reserved, and you need to learn how to control yourself. Another thing is, you need to test your willpower. Test your willpower by finding something that tempts you naturally. For most people, it could be sweet foods. Keep that thing in front of you and test your willpower. How long can you stay off from eating that thing? And start to gradually increase that willpower. Keep that thing on around you and not do the thing that you do. Something that tempts you, which is, it could be a drug, it could be sweet food, it could be anything. And you need to start building up your tolerance to it. You need to start building up your willpower, because willpower is something which you actually expend. It's not unlimited. You only have a limited amount of willpower, and you need to start getting more willpower by building a tolerance to things that tempt you. Part 10, getting into flow states more. And I talked about flow states before. How do you actually get in one? Well, the first step to getting into a flow state is to build something called a flow routine. A flow routine is basically a process where you do some steps which eliminate the following things: flow blockers, distractions, and things that are going to hold you back during the flow state. Well, how do you build a flow routine? First of all, you write down everything that's going to distract you, flow blockers, and you start to eliminate them at each step. Things like getting water or cleaning the desk, going to the washroom, setting up your digital space. These things that will distract you while you're in the flow state have to be done preemptively before the flow state so you can actually focus. After doing the flow routine, you actually sit down and start to stare at your work like a tiger. You need to start staring at your work and putting all your focus in one place. Getting into a flow state is not going to feel like something special. The only thing that's going to change is you're not going to understand how time passes by. Time will stop to be You will lose your perception of time. 5 minutes will feel like 2 seconds, and an hour will feel like 10 minutes. That's the best thing about flow state. You can get so much work done in such less time. And the second thing is, you will have no thoughts in your mind. That's what being in a flow state feels like. Part 11, start meditating. And I'm not going to tell you why meditation works because I already know that you know it works. So here's how to start meditating. Basically, it's a 4 step cycle. Step 1 is to focus on your breath. You sit down, close your eyes, cross your legs, and you start focusing on your breath, inhaling and exhaling. No thoughts in your mind, just focusing on your breath. Step 2 is getting distracted, losing your focus on your breath and starting to have thoughts. Step 3 is realizing that you were distracted, and step 4 is going back to your breath. And you repeat that cycle. This is called one repetition of meditation. Again, let me repeat that for you and I'll show you a picture that you can screenshot. Step 1 is focusing on your breath. Step 2 is getting distracted in your thoughts. Step 3 is realizing that you were distracted. And step 4 is turning your attention back to your breath. That is called one repetition. The more repetitions you do for meditation, the more mindful you will be, and you will start to increase your attention span and you'll start living in the present moment more. Part 12, start reading. You know that reading is good for you, so here's the action steps to how to start reading. Just buy one self-improvement book. My recommendation will be The Magic of Thinking Big. It's a very easy read, it's not that long, and you're going to actually learn so many good things in a very easy and simple way. So buy that book, The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David Schwartz, and start reading it. Just get into the habit of reading 2 pages every day and remembering what you read. That's going to completely change your life, because once you get into the habit of reading, you're going to be more masculine, because reading, meditation, and journaling, all three of these habits are very masculine. Part 13, start journaling. Journaling is the most masculine habit that almost no man does. Journaling is you sitting down with a journal and a pen and writing down things that either trouble you, things you write down to know yourself, or things that you're grateful for. So here's the actionable step. Buy a journal that suits your personality. For me, it would be a very dark journal with a leather strap. Get a good pen that writes very smoothly and fits in your hand, and just start writing everything you're grateful for every day without missing any day. Just write down one thing you're grateful for throughout the day and just get into the habit of opening that journal every day, every morning, writing down one thing and improving. Part 14, lose your ego, because you're not all that. I know for a fact that if you're watching till this far of the video, either you're going to take all of these actions or you're just watching to prove me wrong. Lose your ego. You don't deserve to have an ego. You're nothing right now. You're just a loser because you're watching a video on how to be more masculine when you're already a man. That's pathetic. But I'm here to help you. I can only help you if you lose your fucking ego. So stop, get out of your head. Stop telling yourself the story that you tell yourself always. Stop giving the excuses you give yourself and start improving yourself. Prove yourself. And after that, you can have your little ego. And part 15, the last part on how to be more masculine, is changing your self image. Epictetus, the philosopher, said, start seeing yourself as someone who's improving, and other people will naturally start to respect you. What that means is, once you realize that you're not a normal person anymore, that you're a different species of people, you actually start to improve yourself rather than just being you, rather than just being the loser version of you. You see yourself as this person who's actually improving, being better, getting on the path of being the best version of themselves. That's going to completely change your perception of you. It's going to give you self respect and it will make you accept yourself more. That's the most masculine thing that a man can do. That's all I want to talk to you about today. If you have the courage and you have the balls to do all of these 15 things, I genuinely respect you. If you've watched this far into the video, let me know by dropping a comment. If you have any doubts, if you need any other video on masculinity, this brings the masculinity playlist to an end. That's all I want to talk to you about today. If you liked what you learned today and would like to learn more, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.